Hey, earlier today I was reading a thread on our Minecraft over on Reddit, and there was a subthread which kind of went off onto the topic of alternate ways to build memories, and the suggestion was pistons. Obviously it's not official, they're not officially in the game yet, but they may be in the future. Um, but nonetheless I thought it would be a fun thing to do, and I'd already built the punch card reader, which was more or less the same thing, except that you can't write it. It would have to be manually laid out. Punch cards are obviously kind of wrong in a way, if you want to look at them as memories. So anyway, enough rambling. This is what I first came up with. I've been building for maybe about an hour, I think. I started as soon as I responded to the comment, and this isn't the thing that took me an hour. This is just an RS NOR latch, and I can set it. There's a display for Q and not Q over there. Q, not Q. That's the actual Q output there. Uses the same trick as the punch card reader. That's really handy, and I hope it is actually a legitimate, an intended mechanic. And obviously if you hit set again, nothing will happen. So reset to 0. Yeah, I really hope that quirk is in fact intentional and will stay in the game, that it's not actually a bug. But you never know, with things being as they are. This is what took me about 45 minutes to an hour. This is a byte of memory, and it's built using the same technique but vertically. In fact, this is pretty much the same as the head of my punch card reader, and the difference is that this is it's dynamic. It is kind of RAM. Well, not a RAM in itself, but it is a writable 8 bits of memory. So I'll input, just show you that's 0 because that's clear there. So I'll put in 21, 1, 4, 16. See, those 3 have gone up there. Those are the same 3 bits. And I'll just go to the other end to show you that. I've built a little display up the other end. It's reversed from the convention I've used over there, but it's not a big problem. So the least significant bit's over here, for obvious reasons. This would have, I just wanted an easy way to show what's going on. So we've got 1, 4, and 16. So that worked out alright. I'll show you how you reset it. Now I think in practice, what you'd want is, when you make a write to memory, you'd probably want to reset it first. That's what happens when you press that button. And then you'd send the other one slightly, like 1 tick delay behind. Might be a couple of ticks, maybe 3 to be safe, because that's how long the pistons are down and up. The pulse is 3 ticks, so I think you probably want to delay the write by 3 ticks, although this path has less of a delay than these, I believe. These all have, I think all of these delay it by 2 ticks, and this only delays it by 1, so it might not be as severe as I think. But anyway, let's just put in another number just to show those 3 bits, and then maybe add in a 256. Do I mean 256? I should know this, but yeah, 128 I mean. Yeah, a byte, the highest value is 255, not the highest bit. Yeah. That didn't happen. I didn't make that mistake. Ignore me. So yeah, I just keep hitting buttons and those will keep going up. And obviously in practice you'd send them all at once, but it's hard to arrange to do that manually. I suppose I could wire up a few of these to 1 button, but to be honest, there's not much point. And then I can reset it and it'll go back to 0. Or, oh shit. Yeah, some of these pistons are still getting up. I think I might need to play with the pulse, how long the pulses are, because sometimes they go and they don't come back down. But I'm not sure if it's maybe just a quirk of how long buttons are held down, so let's reset that properly. And just a bit of explanation, this is the vertical pulse generator. It's for compactness, so you can just pack them all together like this. And it's a slightly modified design I found on the Minecraftwiki redstone circuits page. This one is the very same design that I found there. These ones are slightly modified to allow them to be packed directly next to each other like this. So, what else is there to explain? This bit, I don't think this should work, technically. I don't think most redstone devices would work in this way if you just... Because if these were note blocks or whatever, you'd have to run this into them, not just run it alongside them. But with pistons at the minute, that works, and it's quite neat, compact, so I'm using it for now. I don't think that's redstone convention anyway. If I'm actually totally screwing that up, please do tell me. What else is there to say? There's definitely something I missed. Oh yeah, how much of this is memory, and how much of it is just additional stuff that you only need to build once. Now the pulse generators, and all this, that's just a build once thing. I mean, if you've got a whole array of bytes here to make up the whole, whatever, how many bytes do you want in your memory? So you'd only need to send the pulses once, and then you'd send them all the way along. So I think you only need to build the pulse generator bit once, and yeah, I believe that everything after this diode is the stuff that actually works the memory, that you could safely separate and just build by itself, and build a lot of them. So yeah, I think that's the only, so that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, I suppose that's technically, actually no, these are the outs here, so that's actually only 7. But then if you want to convert it into just a bunch of redstone wires, which you probably do, it's more like 9. So it's 9 deep, 8 wide, because there's only 8 bits. It's as wide as many bits as you want to put in it, and it shouldn't be as tall as it is. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. It's 7 tall. Originally I did build it as 6, but there's a strange, I assume it's a bug, but I'm not entirely sure. It might be intended behavior. Pistons, when the arm extends below, if the arm of this extended up to this stone block here, that redstone wire would power the arm, and the arm would stay extended. In fact, that's what was happening, and I totally forgot about this bug, or whatever it is. So I had to rebuild this top platform a block higher, and make this 2 tall rather than just 1. Not that that's a huge problem, it's not that much taller. I still think this is pretty compact, but I don't know how it weighs up against the more compact, pure redstone memories. And I think that's it. If there's any questions, please leave them in the comments and I'll try to answer, if I'm actually smart enough to answer whatever your questions are. And I may not be. Who knows? Yeah, I think that's about it. So I'll sign off on that high note.